everyone, it's Christy here from Sweet Girl Designs. I'm back again with another process video for this Heritage album. Just flipping through now just to show you what I have completed so far. And now we're on to just like, I would say, the last third of the album here. There will be this video and then one more video, and then I will be done. And I am very happy. This usually happens when I'm doing a mini album, especially like October daily or December daily. Definitely towards the tail end of the month, I get just so burnt out and so done. And it happens for a couple of reasons. Mostly it has to do with embellishments and just kind of the thought of how much time has been dedicated to one album becomes a little bit overwhelming. So it is a mini album, but it has taken a long time to complete, and I'm kind of running low on embellishments, and so it's not easy to put the layouts together at this point. So I'm still kind of continuing with the same sort of system, I guess, using the labels on the photos, using those 2x6 scrap pieces just to add some extra interest to the 4x6 cards, using the stickers backed on white cardstock, and some extra things from my stash like these enamel dots, and some star brads and baker's twine and things like that. So if you haven't yet checked out my videos that come before this, I will link the playlist in the description box below, and you can kind of catch up on my progress. Hopefully, you're gonna continue with me through to the end of this album. I will be doing a quick album flip through along with like a Killa kit or Killa collection video. After completing my December daily using the Snow and Cocoa collection from Crate Paper, I had a lot of requests for from people to see what I had left over. So I'm gonna just do a quick share of that. It'll be super quick because there's really not a lot left over. So I'm just going through and adding some things. I kind of rediscovered that circle die cut piece on the right hand side in my bowl of embellishments from the die cut pack. So I thought I better use that, and it's kind of like a gray. So I thought it went well with this plaid paper, and then I wanted to bring in some orange to the right hand side, so I used that flower in a teacup ephemera piece as well and just layer it on top. And I apologize for the glare in my last two videos. I kind of propped up the left-hand side of the album a little bit so that I prevented the glare, and I forgot to do that at the beginning of this video, but I do eventually remember, so the glare isn't there forever. But yeah, I thought that the right hand side needed a little bit more blue, so I just used the same blue paper and covered up the top half of that seed packet 3x4 card. I don't love the way it looks, but it's in there, and it has the yellow and the blue, and so it kind of ties things together. Not really, but like I said, I'm kind of running low on things. And I thought to fill this filler card, I would bring in some more circles. So I bring my circle punch, and it's a 1.5-inch circle punch that I just got on a used kind of garage sale Facebook group. And so it's not like a particular brand or anything that I am familiar with, but it's just a 1.5 circle punch. I've used it before. So I just punched out 2 circles using the scrap paper in similar colors. So I bring in some more gray and then white just to kind of balance that. And then I placed this sticker on white cardstock and fussy cut it out. I chose this sticker because it has blue flowers and orange flowers and kind of ties in the colors nicely. I felt like the circles were still a little bit plain, so I add two tiny word stickers. One says smile and one says happy, and some enamel dots, and I just call that done. I am coming to the tail end of this package of enamel dots, so I just use the remaining ones up on this card, and I actually like the pop of yellow that it provides. So it's a different kind of filler card, but I like how it turned out. And then the rest of the photos and cards, I'd pretty much just do what I've done before. I adhere the 4x4 photo on and then place the labels onto the photos, kind of offset, and sometimes layering in a scrap piece of label in behind. All right, using the same blue paper that I used on the previous page, I just create some layers in behind this photo, and I use my tiny attacher just to kind of keep the papers where I want them before I adhere them down. That's kind of a little trick that I've learned from other YouTubers, just to kind of place things and keep things how I want them. And then when I had typed these labels, I wasn't really thinking of the placement, so it's kind of weird how it is, how it's sitting there. But I do fill in that awkward empty space with some enamel dots here. I would have loved to have it kind of sitting underneath the photo, but the text was just too long that it wasn't going to work out, so I overlapped them like so. And that's one of the only times where I use two labels with journaling to caption a photo. Just the text on the photo was just too long to fit on one label, so I spread it over two. Lots of filler cards, lots of 3x4 filler cards on these next few pages, just because so many of the photos were 4x4 or square. When I went to print them, I didn't have a lot of portrait sized photos for these upcoming years, so I opted to have them as 3x4 filler cards. And so you just see me flipping back here because there's so many filler cards that I decide that I'm going to do another sequin pocket here. So I was just flipping back to see when I did the last sequin pocket because I didn't want them to be like too close together. So I removed the 3x4 card and I will add the sequins in a little bit. I'm wanting to bring in some more of this floral pattern, so I used my label punch, which is from Stamping Up. I've had a few viewers comment or ask where this punch is from. It's from Stamping Up. I've had it probably for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I did go on to the Stamping Up website to see if it was still available, and the one that I have is not, but they actually have one. There I go, propping up the album. Got rid of the glare. But they actually have a punch that's kind of similar to this label that I'm working on now. On that blue card, it's a longer label punch, whereas mine is not as long. So definitely check that out. I'm not sure. I know Stamping Up is available in Canada, the United States, and Australia, and I think it might even be available in France, just based on viewers and talking to some people in the scrapbooking community. Definitely check it out. It might be available where you live, but just search Stamping Up and your country name, and you should be able to find out if it's available or not. Alright, so hopefully that helps you find a punch, but there's lots of punches out there, at Michael's and things too, so you might be able to find it there. I took a label or a shipping tag there and just created a filler card, really simple. And then I found a scrap piece of floral sticker that I had used part of previously, and so I attached that right on top of the shipping tag. I had a cut apart that said "Keep Life Simple," and I just layered that on some blue paper and used my tiny attacher just to just to adhere it onto filler card. And then now I'm just adding my sequins, and I'm gonna run and take that to my fuse tool that I have plugged in off camera. So I'm just kind of flipping through and seeing how I like it. So now you can see that my pocket is fused and those sequins are not coming out. I'm actually going to opt to keep that card in behind it. So the plaid, black and white plaid card, I'm opting to leave that plain. I really like the way that the sequins look on that card, and so I don't want to cause any more cause. I don't want to have it too distracting in behind there by adding other things. I really love how this card turned out. It's probably one of my favorite cards in the album so far. I just love the pattern papers and how they look together. And then I added a star brad on there, and I really wish that I had kind of trimmed down more of the 4x4 photos. I opted to keep so many of them as 4x4, and it kind of got a little bit too repetitive for me. So I'm hoping that in the next few pages I remember to trim them down if possible. I just like the way that more of the pattern paper is looking, whereas when it's 4x4 it's taking up quite a lot of the paper. So just something to keep in mind. I like the different sizes and how it looks more interesting to the eye. Alright, so I had the seed packet and it said hello for you or something like that, or something. So I didn't really like it. So I covered up the bottom sentiment with a tiny word sticker. So now it says hello sunshine, and I really like that a lot more. I'm using this milk jug sticker with the flowers and this star die cut, and just creating a bit of a cluster there. I'm going to add a tiny word sticker just to kind of use those up a little bit more. I do have quite a bit of those left. And using my tiny attacher just to add some more interest to that card. Just keeping it simple and adhering the labels right to the photos. And this was my least favorite pattern paper in the collection. It's like a cowhide. So trying to cover up a lot of it so it's not too noticeable. Using a scrap label and another star brad just to create a little cluster there, and not really loving how that turns out, but it's done, and we're gonna move on. So we're on to the next page here pretty quick. I'm deciding, do I want something on this card or not? I really am struggling. Like I love the way it looks unfinished, but I don't want it to look unfinished, I guess. So I do leave it plain, and I like how it turns out. So now we're on to this page, and I don't really know what I was thinking when I chose these papers, because it is such a mishmash of patterns and colors that it's really just not working for me. So I do change out some of the cards and switch up the colors a little bit. Most of the colors are going to be based off of this floral pattern paper, so lots of pinks and yellows. It's pretty much that lemon one that was really messing me up, so I take that out and just choose the same floral pattern paper. And I'm using another die cut from the 6x6 paper pad. Sorry, not a die cut. Cut apart from the 6x6 paper pad that says, let me see. Kind words are free, and so I just kind of put that in the bottom right hand corner of the card just to kind of switch it up a little bit, and use my tiny attacher. So I originally had kind of an off-white starburst pattern paper in this spot, but I decided that I just needed a little bit more pink to tie in the pink from the floral, so I swap it out for this pink polka dot. layer in behind some of the plaid paper along with this floral, and I like the way that that turns out, and just adding my label right on top. And now I'm going to move on, I think, to the yellow lemon paper, which again, not one of my favorites, but I'm going to add some more pink to the side of the layout just by adding a strip of pink polka dot paper. So just tying it together, bringing in all the colors. It's just too bright, so the pink kind of tones it down quite a bit, and it's not as noticeable that it's a pattern paper full of lemons. I really like the yellow paper though paired with this photo because they're kind of all sitting in yellow little swimming pools, which is kind of fun. Kind of a fun photo, so I liked that pairing of yellows. Wanted to add a little bit more to the label, so I thought that I would use this scrap label with a tiny word sticker, but once I get it on there, I just do not like the way it looks, so instead I'm going to remove that and add some more floral uh, using this sticker and fussy cutting it out and adding it on there. And I'm just going to shift the label down a little bit just so the pot of flowers looks like it's sitting on the label, I guess. And yeah, still have quite a few filler cards here. And so I'm deciding, I really struggle with words. Like, I don't want my layouts to be too word heavy. So a lot of the cut aparts that I have left, or a lot of the ephemera pieces that I have left, have words on them. And so I just wanted to be mindful of not using a word ephemera piece on every filler card. So I'm trying to balance that. So I chose the smile one, and the kind words are free. And now I'm just trying to find other embellishments that are not that don't have any words in them, I guess. So I go to my shipping tags again and try to find something that works. I thought about using those stickers from the Chamel collection, little by little. But again, I don't want to add a lot of bulk to my album at this point because it is getting quite thick. So I really did like the way that those stickers would look on the shipping tag, but decide not to use them. Instead, I'm just going to use some black baker's twine and some stickers and call it good. And I'm also going to leave one of the filler cards blank just because it just allows a place for your eye to rest a little bit. So I have about 4.5 layouts left, so I'm hoping to finish those in one more video, and then I'll do my Killa collection video and share video. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your comments, and I'm really loving that you are enjoying this series. Thank you so much, and we'll see you really soon. Bye!